Fans of darker K-dramas are in for a treat this June, which is set to be a month of thrillers, supernatural or otherwise. There's a fresh lineup of upcoming Korean dramas that promise to entertain and enthrall. From thrilling action dramas to heartwarming romances, these new releases are set to captivate audiences worldwide. So, here are 9 K-dramas to watch in June. Number 1. Bloodhounds. In the upcoming action noir Bloodhounds, Woo Do-hwan and Lee Sang-yi star as Jian-woo and Woo-jin, a pair of promising young boxers swept up into a ruthless, dangerous new world. Gun-woo is a promising boxer. His mother is deep in debt to loan shark Myung-gil, who is powerful and notorious in the money-lending business. To pay off his mother's debt, Gun-woo quits boxing and begins to work for CEO Choi. CEO Choi was once a legendary figure in the moneylending business, but he suddenly disappeared. One day, he reappeared and began to lend money without interest to people in trouble. He lets Gun-woo work for him. Hyun-joo and Woo-jin also works for CEO Choi. Number 2, King the Land. 2PM's Leejunho and Girls' Generation's Yoona led King the Land, a romantic comedy that takes place amid a messy inheritance war. Lee plays Chaebol Gu-won, who is set to inherit the luxurious King Group's chain of hotels. He is then thrown into an inheritance war over the King Group. Gu-won is a smart, elegant, and chic young man, but he is not very good with dating. He is unable to resist a fake smile. Jeon Rang has a bright personality, with a smiling face. She begins to work at the King Hotel. That was the backdrop for some of her happiest memories from her childhood. While working at the hotel, she faces various difficulties. She also grows as a person. Gu-won and Jeon Rang meet and a romantic relationship develops. Number 3, See You in My 19th Life. See You in My 19th Life is a romantic drama fantasy starring Shinhyesun from Mr. Queen and Ahn Bo-hyun from My Name. This story tells the story of Ban Ji-eum, who has an extraordinary ability. She can remember the memories of all her past lives. Repeating her reincarnation for nearly 1,000 years, Ban Ji-eum has been living her lives diligently. After her previous life is cut short by a tragic accident, she sets out to reconnect with the people of her past life in her current one, and decides to find a man named Moon Seo-ha whom she met in her 18th life. On the other side, there is also Yoon Cho-won, a landscape architect and the younger sister of Yoon Ju-won, whose life collapsed after her older sister's death. She is courageous and kind even after facing the death of her beloved sister, but she struggles to maintain her brightness. When Yoon Cho-won meets Ban Ji-eum by chance and sees her older sister in her, she wonders about Ban Ji-eum's identity. This 12-episode series will take us through their love, life, and tragedy journey. Number 4, Lies Hidden in My Garden. House with a Yard, also known as Lies Hidden in My Garden, is a suspenseful family drama with 8 episodes starring Kim Tae-hee from Nine-Tailed Fox, Im Ji-yoon from The Glory, and Kim Sung-ho from Money Heist, Korea. Ju-ran grew up in a wealthy family. She is now a housewife and married to Jae-ho, who works as a doctor. They live in a house with a yard. Ju-ran is happy and lives an ideal life. Her peaceful daily life is abruptly shook when she notices a strange smell in her backyard. This leads to Ju-ran eventually investigating her husband and meeting Sang-yoon. Sang-yoon lives a completely different life from Ju-ran. She grew up in a poor environment and, even now, suffers from financial difficulties. She lives in a shabby rented apartment with her husband Yoon Beum. Yoon Beum works for a pharmaceutical company. Sang-yoon is subject to domestic violence by her husband Yoon Beum. Her life is completely miserable. One day, she receives a phone call that Yoon Beum is dead. Number 5, The Devil. The Devil, as the name suggests, is a horror drama starring Kim Tae-ri from 2521 and Oh Young-shae from It's Okay Not to Be Okay. This drama revolves around Koo San-young, possessed by a demon, and Yeom Hae-sang, who can see the demon. When the door to another world opens, demons exists there. Koo-san-young is possessed by one of those demons. Yeomhae-sang can see the demon which has possessed Koo-san-young. They try to figure out the truth behind the mysterious deaths related to the 5 sacred objects. Koo-san-young is busy working part-time during the day and studying to become a low-ranking public officer at night. One day, she receives some articles left behind by her late father. Since then, mysterious deaths take place around her. She also finds herself slowly changing. Yeomhae-sang comes from a rich background. He teaches Korean folklore at a university. Since he was a child, he has had the special ability to see demons in this world. He even saw his mother killed by a demon in front of him when he was young. Yeomhae-sang meets Koo-san-young and he faces the demon which killed his mother. Lee Hong-si is a lieutenant in the violent crimes investigation team. He only cares about advancing his career in the police department. Due to Koo-san-young and Yeomhae-sang, he gets involved in mysterious cases. Number 6, Heartbeat. A series for vampire lovers is here. A fantasy drama that revolves around a half-human and half-vampire starring Ok Taek-yoon from and Won Ji-in. Sun Woo-hyul is half-human and half-vampire. He badly wants to become a complete human, but he missed his chance because of one day out of 100 years. He has a reason why he wants to become a human. Sun Woo-hyul is an early adopter who must use something new and is a trendsetter. He happens to get involved with Joo In-hae. She works as a contract nurse teacher and she runs a guest house. Due to her poor financial background, she went through numerous part-time jobs. She is known as a cold-hearted person by others. Circumstances lead Sun Woo-hyul and Joo In-hae to share a house together. Their relationship develops romantically. Number 7, Numbers. Numbers is an office drama showcasing a talented employee with a corrupt system. The drama stars Kim Myung-soo, Choi Jin-hyuk, Choi Min-soo and Lee Da-bin. Jang Ho-woo works as an accountant at Taeil accounting firm. That company is one of the 4 big accounting firms in South Korea. Jang Ho-woo happens to be the only employee at Taeil accounting firm with just a high school diploma, but he is very intelligent. He faces absurdities at the accounting firm and fights for justice. Meanwhile, Han Sung-jo also works at Taeil accounting firm. He has a perfect background and his father works as a vice president at Taeil accounting firm. In this 12-episode series, we see him try to fight the system. Number 8, The Villain of Romance. The Villain of Romance is a coming-of-age romance starring Cha Sun-woo from Kiss in the Beginning and Ha Sung-ri from Sunny Again Tomorrow. The story is about 2 college-goers fighting internal battles, trying to find love. This series takes a realistic approach to romance. Kang Hee-jae is known as the coolest kid in college, but he thinks very low of himself internally. Besides his internal battles, he finds it hard to forgive his girlfriend, turning him obsessive. Ban Yoo-jin is the smartest kid in college, but she struggles to hold on to a relationship for over 100 days. A romance sparks up between the two.